Sean Jesus Malone Jr. He's straight. He's $1 billion baby, so stay tuned. Y'all over here thinking y'all compared me to the fucking comments. Bitch, suck that. Everybody that got something to say about a kid, my son. He was alright. I was checking on him. He was good. You feel me? My baby's alright.
Nobody saw it coming. The choir was mid-hallelujah, the crowd was swaying, and then Chrisean Rock slid onto the church stage, clutching her little boy like he was the last candle in a blackout. Phones popped up faster than hands in praise. Viewers leaned in, expecting a cute family moment. Instead, jaws fell open. The boy didn't clap, didn't blink, didn't even flinch at the massive drum roll exploding behind him. A licensed therapist watching the live stream whispered the 7 words no parent wants to hear. He's missing every critical milestone so far. Right there, in front of an audience hungry for good vibes, the child stared into space as if the lights were off inside. That clip lit the internet on fire. And within minutes, Chrisean Rock's latest news trended next to earthquake alerts and celebrity breakups. Why hasn't she rushed him into intense therapy? Did her wild pregnancy habits lay the groundwork for this heartbreaking scene? And how did a woman famous for broadcasting her birth end up hiding basic doctor visits? Stick around because we're unpacking medical red flags, family backstabbing, and a timeline so messy even Blueface mom can't keep silent. By the end, you'll know the one brutal decision that could change this baby's future forever, and exactly why Chrisean Rock's scandal update is the darkest headline in hip-hop parenting right now. Back when Chrisean Rock and Blueface first announced the pregnancy, the internet rolled its eyes. One week they were in matching chains, the next week he was dodging swinging bottles. Still, Chrisean swore motherhood would flip the script. She live-streamed ultrasounds, bumped belly pics to club beats, and bragged she'd traded tequila shots for prenatal smoothies. But receipts don't lie. Multiple fan cams caught her sipping mixed drinks and puffing smoke at private parties. She laughed it off as one sip, mind your business, yet the clip stayed viral longer than most TikTok dances. Fast forward to the birth. She propped up her phone, hit go live, and welcomed 60,000 strangers into the delivery room. Viewers cried with her when the baby arrived. She named him after herself, promising he'd break every generational curse. For a hot minute, it looked sweet. Night feedings on live stream, lullabies off-key, but heartfelt, goofy smiles for the chat. Then the upload slowed. 8 weeks went by without new footage. When she reappeared, people noticed the baby never tracked the camera. He didn't reach for toys. He lay stiff, arms flared like he'd been startled, and never relaxed. Pediatric forums began dissecting every pixel. A month later, Chrisean Rock vanished from mommy blog spaces and bounced back to music videos, leaving followers to wonder, was everything okay, or was she dodging the truth? Chrisean Rock's latest news kept popping up, but answers stayed MIA. The real spiral began when Blueface mother, Clarissa, finally met her grandson. She posted a shaky car seat selfie, eyes red from crying. In a single caption, she torched the internet. "He don't look at you. He don't look at me. He only stares at nothing. That ain't normal." Boom, 140,000 shares in one night. Chrisean clapped back on IG Live, calling Clarissa jealous and messy. Yet she never addressed the bigger point, the baby's blank stare. By then, viewers had timestamped dozens of moments showing lack of eye contact, zero babbling, and that shrill cry more siren than baby coo. A board-certified pediatrician went on a popular podcast explaining these were classic markers of developmental delay and possible fetal alcohol syndrome. He listed flat mid-face, thin upper lip, and microcephaly, traits fans had already memed side by side with medical diagrams. Instead of booking an appointment and dropping receipts, Chrisean doubled down. "Y'all ain't doctors." But the real doctors were tweeting too. They begged her to schedule an early intervention evaluation within 30 days, because after age 2, the brain's plasticity window narrows. Meanwhile, Blueface posted screenshots of texts where he pleaded for a hernia surgery Chrisean delayed for photo shoots. She finally got it done, but only after Blueface blasted her timeline. Now let's zoom in on the darkest chapter of Chrisean Rock's scandal update. During the baby's first birthday livestream, guests tried to get him to taste cake. He didn't open his mouth. Someone placed frosting on his lips. He didn't lick it. That triggered thousands of comments about sensory processing disorders. Still, Chrisean painted the party as perfect, swiping away criticism with the phrase, "He's perfect, period." Weeks later, fans noticed a white reflection in his pupils in a studio photo. Ophthalmologists jumped in, warning it could signal retinoblastoma or severe vision loss. Chrisean went radio silent. No ophthalmology visit screenshots ever surfaced. Do you think she was protecting his privacy or hiding potential bad news? Drop your take below because the stakes only grew uglier. At 18 months old, the boy still couldn't sit unassisted. Chrisean posted a clip of him wobbling while she cheered, only for him to collapse backward like a plank. She joked, "He a little lazy." Comment sections lit up. Toddlers usually sprint by now. Medical specialists offered free consultations. She ignored them, but she did find time to guest star in 3 rap videos that month. One cameo showed her tossing money while background dancers held the baby. He didn't track the camera lights once. Every new upload cemented the pattern. Public performances first, medical milestones last. Fans shouted, "We just want proof he's seeing doctors." Chrisean fired back, "Mind your business." Yet every brush-off fueled curiosity, and Chrisean Rock's latest news stayed glued to trending lists. Blueface, juggling his own legal messes, re-entered the plot with a live stream critique. He claimed Chrisean drank Hennessy the night before an ultrasound. He said she missed multiple prenatal checkups because she was busy on the road. He even hinted that the baby's cords wrapped dangerously during labor, information Chrisean never mentioned. His mom echoed him, adding she begged Chrisean to install black and white mobiles to stimulate visual tracking. Chrisean allegedly responded, "He fine, he just chill." The internet lost it. Are you team give her grace or team step in before it's too late? Let me know, because the timeline was getting darker by the second. Now to the current beat. A well-known developmental pediatrician reviewed the child's most recent gospel event footage and confirmed severe gross motor and speech delays. He estimated the boy's abilities at 5 to 6 months, even though he's almost 2. He stated outright the child might never speak without immediate, intensive therapy. That quote ricocheted across Twitter, cementing this episode as the most heart-wrenching Chrisean Rock scandal update. Yet, overnight, sympathy for the mom turned into grief for the baby. Influencers who once roasted Chrisean fell silent or raised funds for early intervention clinics. But where was Chrisean? On stage, performing her latest single. Critics screamed negligence. Defenders said a working mom still has to work. But everyone agreed on one sobering fact. The longer she delays professional help, the more permanent the damage. Reactions from inner circles grew brutal. Janet, Chrisean's ex-best friend, leaked voice notes where Chrisean dismissed therapy because he'll grow out of it. Another clip showed Chrisean bragging that the baby would talk when he is ready. Janet captioned it, "Denial is a disease too." Blueface's sister, Callie, went live in tears asking, "How do you rock arenas but ignore your own rock?" A gospel singer at that infamous church event revealed backstage whispers. Chrisean allegedly said the baby was just overwhelmed. But the singer noticed no startle reflex when speakers boomed inches away. That's not overwhelm. That's a sensory flag waving in high wind. Even diehard fans admitted they felt a knot in their stomach watching him stare blankly at spotlights. Do you think public pressure helps or hurts right now? Comment your take. Hidden in all this chaos are facts most people missed. For example, fetal alcohol syndrome can shrink the corpus callosum, the brain highway that lets left and right hemispheres talk. Early therapy can build alternate routes, but timing is everything. Another overlooked detail. The white pupil glare in photos isn't always cancer. Sometimes it's severe cataracts that can still be fixed if caught early. Then there's the misplaced hernia surgery. Waiting too long risks bowel obstruction, which can stunt growth. Medical journals prove each delay multiplies challenges later. Fans also pulled up state clinic stats showing waitlist stretch 6 months unless parents push hard. Chrisean's silence suggests she hasn't even joined the line. Lastly, one clip shows her baby flapping his arms repeatedly. That stereotype can be soothing to kids with sensory overload, but it also screams, "Find me an occupational therapist." All these red flags anchor why Chrisean Rock's latest news has experts begging for immediate intervention, not more photo shoots. On a stranger note, did you know Chrisean once promised to tattoo her son's milestones on her arm? One space was reserved for first word. It's still blank. She also said she'd release a lullaby album dedicated to him. Never happened. Then there's Blueface's promise to fund a private nanny with therapy training. That nanny posted a single Insta story playing flashcards with the baby and then disappeared. Rumor says she quit after 2 weeks because sessions kept getting canceled for studio time. Yet Chrisean flaunts diamond chains spelling the baby's name. Money clearly isn't the issue. Priorities are, which makes you wonder, if resources are there, why isn't progress? Could transparency fix this? Should child services intervene? That question alone fuels shares every time Chrisean Rock's scandal update surfaces on timelines. We're now staring at a cliff edge. The baby turns 2 in a few weeks. Neurologists call it the last golden window for language circuits. Every day, without structured speech, therapy chips away at future independence. Fans plead, "Please, Chrisean, show us an appointment slip." Even Blueface humbled himself, tweeting, "We can co-parent. The music can wait." Industry peers, from Cardi B to Chance the Rapper, quietly DM'd clinics numbers. But none of that matters if Chrisean won't pick up the phone. Her last Instagram story, a selfie rehearsing new choreography. Comments flooded with crying face emojis. One asked, "Are you dancing while Rome burns?" It got 30,000 likes in an hour. Tell me, is the public outcry justified? Or should everyone back off and let her handle it privately? So where do we land? Chrisean Rock finds herself at a crossroads only she can navigate. Nearly 2 years into motherhood, her son can't walk, talk, or engage. Every developmental chart screams emergency, not attitude. Ignoring specialists won't erase those facts. Prayer without action is just background noise. The child needs occupational therapy, speech drills, maybe surgical evaluations now, not later. The future can still turn, but the clock is gasping. That's why Chrisean Rock's latest news isn't a sideshow. It's a 5-alarm call to every parent scrolling in denial. Will she finally step up? Or will history list her alongside cautionary tales of talent over responsibility? You've seen the footage, the timestamps, the medical breakdowns. What should happen next? Should Chrisean Rock release a transparent health plan or retreat from the spotlight until milestones catch up? Drop your advice in the comments. Smash that like if you believe early intervention saves lives, and tap subscribe so you never miss the next twist in Chrisean Rock's scandal update. Because one thing's certain, this story isn't the closing credits. It's the opening scene of a child's fight for a voice.